Good day and welcome to Mrs. Bam's Study Notes. This video is a more in-depth video on the topic of group characteristics. A group, in the general sense, is a collection of individuals that share certain features or characteristics in different contexts. Some key characteristics of a group can be broadly summarized as follows. Number 1. Interaction. Group members typically interact with each other, whether through communication, collaboration, or shared activities. These interactions are fundamental in forming a cohesive group. Number 2. Common purpose or goal. Groups often come together because they share a common purpose, objective, or interest. The shared goal helps unify the group. Number 3. Structure. Most groups have some level of structure. This could be informal or formal, such as roles, norms, or hierarchies. Structure helps a group to function efficiently. Number 4. Identity. A group often develops a sense of identity or belonging, where members see themselves as part of something larger than just themselves. Number 5. Boundaries. There are typically clear boundaries that defines who is part of the group and who is not. These boundaries might be based on membership, behavior, or shared characteristics. Number 6. Interdependence. Group members are interdependent, meaning their actions or decisions can affect each other. They rely on one another to achieve their shared goals. Number 7. Norms and rules. Groups often develop norms and rules that guide members' behaviors. These can be formal written rules or informal unwritten social norms. The difference between a rule and a norm. A rule is a clearly defined guideline or expectation, usually enforced by an authority figure with potential consequences for non-compliance. A norm is a social standard or expectation that is generally understood and followed within the group, often without a formal enforcement mechanism, and is more likely to be developed collectively by the group members themselves. Number 8. Size. A group usually consists of more than one person, but the ideal size depends on the context. According to the most research, the ideal size for a group is generally considered between 5 and 7 people, as this range allows for effective communication, collaboration, and participation without becoming too large and unwieldy. Smaller groups tend to have better communication and more active participation from each member. Larger groups can lead to social loafing, where individuals contribute less effort because they feel their contribution is less noticeable. Therefore, some groups work better with small numbers, while others function more efficiently with larger numbers. Number 9. Cohesion. Cohesion refers to the sense of unity and connectedness amongst group members. Higher cohesion typically leads to better collaboration and communication within the group. Number 10. Mutual influence. Group members influence one another's behaviors, attitudes, and actions, which can lead to changes in individual behaviors or the group's overall dynamics. Next, we are going to look at positions. Positions refers to the roles or functions that individuals hold or assume as part of the group's structure. These positions are important because they help define the way that the group operates, how tasks are distributed, and how authority or influence is shared amongst members. Positions can vary greatly depending on the type of group, for example, a social group or a team or a more formal organization, but they typically fall into a few key categories. Let's look at some of these categories. Number 1. Formal positions. These are roles that are officially designated within the group, often through a hierarchical structure or job description. They come with specific responsibilities, authority, and expectations. For example, the leader, which is the person that guides or directs the group. In a formal group, the leader might have decision-making power or influence over others. Subordinate or members. These are individuals who carry out tasks, contribute to the group's activities, and follow the leader's directives. Specialized roles. In larger or more organized groups, there may be specialized positions, such as a coordinator, secretary, treasurer, or expert, depending on the group's needs. Number 2. Informal position. These positions arise spontaneously and are not officially assigned. They are often shaped by the group's dynamics and the individual's behaviors or traits. Examples are facilitator, which is a person who helps smooth interactions and communication within the group, ensuring that everyone has a chance to contribute. A critic. This is someone who offers opposing viewpoints or challenges ideas to ensure critical thinking within a group. The mediator. This is an individual who helps resolve conflict between group members. An encourager. A person who motivates and supports the other group members. Next, we have the leadership position. It can be formal or informal. Formal leaders are those who hold official positions, such as managers, presidents, or team leaders, and whose authority is recognized by the group structure. Informal leaders are the individuals who, regardless of their official title, become influential within the group through their actions, knowledge, or abilities to inspire others. Next, we have power dynamics. The positions also influence how power and influence are distributed within the group. Some members may hold higher status or authority due to their position, while others may have less power. Next is the task-orientated versus social-orientated positions. Task-orientated positions focus on the completion of the group goals, such as organizers, planners, and those responsible for carrying out specific tasks. Social-orientated positions focus more on maintaining group harmony and relationships, such as those who encourage others, resolve conflict, and create positive group dynamics. Second last, we have role flexibility. In some groups, positions may be flexible, with members rotating or shifting between different roles depending on the group's needs or goals. For example, a group of friends may informally assign leadership based on who is organizing an activity or making decisions at any given time. Lastly, we have role conflict. Sometimes individuals may face conflicting expectations within their position. For example, someone who holds both a leadership and a social role might find it challenging to balance authority with maintaining friendships within the group. This can lead to role strain or tension. These characteristics are not always rigidly defined, but are typically present in some form in any group. Depending on the context, whether it's a social group, a work group, or a mathematical group, for instance, some of these traits may be more prominent than others. Join me again for Mrs. Bam's study notes.